I've like the beginning
The
of
sound
Kingdom
of me
Hearts.
scratching my beard.
Okay, let's listen.
Can you hear that?
Oh, I can. This is Incredible Critics, the ASMR video.
Can you hear the soft hairs of my beard
I can.
scratched?
Okay.
On the last episode of The Incredible Critics, people reached out to me about our bracket. They said, I really understand on why you guys call it Incredible Critics. You have horrible choices. And I said, yeah, we advertise well.
Yeah.
So listen, just so everyone knows, we like when you disagree with us because that's kind of how we came up with this idea for the podcast.
Yeah, and you know what? It's okay to disagree with our final choices, but our choices are final and they are absolute, and you're wrong.
We are the Incredible Critics. Incredible, not because we're great, but much like the choices you guys made last week. Our credibility should seriously be in question. Legend of Korra, Avatar, The Last Airbender. What are you guys doing to me? This week we just have a short episode. This is episode 99.5.
I prefer 99B.
Well, you can prefer whatever you want, but I'm the one that posts the podcast, so I get to call it what it actually will be.
You put the number on the podcast, don't you?
Well, I mean, I have played Kingdom Hearts 3 this year, so it's like, Kingdom Hearts 2.5.
That's true.
8,
They're really into those
9.
point numbers with extra sub. What's the subtitle for this one then?
You'll have to wait to find out. Because I'm too tired to come up with something funny. Joining me, as always, Tim Lasers Gruber.
Pew pew.
This week we have a short episode. It's just me and Tim.
Yeah.
Because we have something really special, hopefully planned for episode 100. But I don't want to get my hopes up, so I'm not going to announce anything. But
could be awesome.
It will be awesome. But we couldn't get it to happen in time for
our Dr. Thunder sponsorship, everybody. We are sponsored by Dr. Thunder. Dr. Pepper fell through. Dr. Thunder picked up the slack.
Yep. They were picking up what Dr. Pepper was throwing down. Anyway.
Yeah.
So this is episode 99.5, not episode 100.
Yeah.
That will hopefully be coming to you next week and will be.
It's a
this is gonna be good. I don't want to overhype it, but
what happens. Either way, I think the next episode will be awesome.
Yes, because
it will be episode 100. So
it will, and we can promise it'll probably be better than episodes 1 through 99.5.
Whoa! Let's not count out 99.5 just yet, Ben.
Oh, so this will be just probably a short, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it and talk about what's on. Tim, you're still almost there.
Spoiler music,
right?
What? I'm about the spoiler. Season 5 of Parks and Recreation.
Tim, I'm ashamed that you did not think I would catch a John Ralphio reference when you made it before the show started.
What? That's true.
That hurts.
Got run over by Alexis. You should ask us, why is the toilet filled with cash? So good.
John Ralphio is the best.
He's good, and his sister is equally as horrible.
Definitely.
Yeah. So Britt and I have been watching Parks and Rec some more. We finally got to I brought that up because we finally got to the episode that has Jean Ralphio's sister in it, Mona Lisa. And oh man, she's just like a horrible doppelganger of John Ralphio, but as a girl.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous.
It's so good.
It is so good. And then I think it's like one episode later, or maybe two, is the episode with Patton Oswalt. where he does the filibuster.
Yep.
Now we watching it on. What,
did you
on
see that
Prime.
somebody actually did that?
Yes, I did.
It's so good.
Yeah, I did. So watching it on Amazon Prime, it's obviously it's the normal cut because they didn't keep the whole filibuster.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like half the normal episode length. It's like 10 minutes or something. I think it's in the extended cut. I think on the Blu-ray or something. But
yeah.
anyways, Blu-ray that wasn't out then. The other thing about Parks and Rec is it's a lot more current than I remember. Like,
oh, really?
It really wasn't that long ago.
No.
But they start talking about shows and stuff that's on now still. Like, I think it was at the beginning of Game of Thrones, probably.
Yeah, I know
out.
they definitely mentioned Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they mentioned it a bunch of times. They mention, I'm trying to remember what else.
I mean, it lasted till 2015.
There's the one episode because they have that stint where Ben is in Washington D.C. like running a campaign. It might be a whole season, and so there's an episode I forgot that was in there where just for like 5 minutes, Leslie and him are in D.C. and he's like, yeah, I worked out a special meeting for you. And they walk into the room and Vice President Joe Biden is there.
Joe Biden. Yep.
And Leslie is like trying to touch his face and stuff. I was like, wow, this show is so timely. Anyway, but yeah. She's like, oh, I don't know. I could never take over Madam Secretary Clinton's job, but I will. Whatever you need. He's like saying all this crazy stuff because he's her celebrity crush is Joe Biden.
The thing that I think will be interesting is, and we'll talk about this in 2 weeks, because The Office is facing Parks and Recreation.
Oh, that's true.
And that's going to be a tough one to decide because...
maybe we should get some experts in to try to sway us.
I mean,
could be fun.
That could be fun. Do we know any experts?
No.
Do we know anybody that knows The Office or Parks and Recreation more than us?
I don't know. I don't know.
But feel free to go on our Facebook and try to convince us
and try
which we should choose in 2 weeks.
Seriously. And we will have those votes up sometime soon, I think. The votes from episode 99.
Yeah, I'll get them up there.
I don't remember what it is. Doesn't matter. Anyway, so that's all. We've been watching. So Parks and Rec. I mean, the show is just, I think it has a more sustained funny than some of those other shows. I don't think they've ever gotten back to that good of funny on NBC.
Oh.
With the shows that copied the Office formula, Parks and Rec copied and pasted, and it ended up working out really well.
Yeah.
That has not worked out. Like I can't watch like what other show? Superstore, I guess, is probably a kind of an Office copy.
A little bit.
Based in a Superstore. I don't know.
I mean, they don't really do the mockumentary production style, but
that's true. What other shows were like that? I don't know. Anyways, never clicked on anything else, but that show.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
Yeah. So Ben, you have probably been watching some different things because you went to Florida, right?
I did go to Florida.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I finally had time to watch some stuff.
Nice.
Yeah. So I've been watching a lot of documentaries. Well, there have been a couple of documentaries that I've been saving for.
So fun, so exciting.
Yes, I know.
This is
they're all
Incredible
German.
Fans. Buckle
up. No, first is 3 Identical Strangers. Have you?
Oh, I saw something about that. No, so what?
Dude.
So is it a fake documentary or are they just doppelgangers?
No, they were. So the IMDb synopsis is in 1980 New York, 3 young men who were all adopted meet each other and find out they're triplets who were separated at birth.
What?
But their quest to find out why turns into a bizarre and sinister mystery.
Is it real though?
Yes, 100% real. It was covered at the time in the news and everything. And the story that unfolds is crazy. It's actually it's so intriguing. It's so definitely check it out. I think it's on HBO, streaming on HBO, but I think you can rent it for like $1 from Prime Video. It is a crazy story. That I don't want to spoil anything, because the really cool thing that they did in this is with the production is you watch scenes and you don't realize that the scenes you're watching are going to be referenced again, but with new information added that show them in a whole new light. Right. So it really unveils the mystery perfectly.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to spoil it. But check it out. It's Three Identical Strangers. Really,
did you watch it on VidAngel?
I did not. No,
okay.
It's only PG-13.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. So VidAngel, maybe not necessary on that one unless you're watching it with your children, Tim.
Yeah.
The next one that I watched, which I was so like, I literally signed up for Hulu just because this was streaming.
Oh, great.
Free Solo.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay.
The Academy Award winner for.
That actually looks cool.
So for anybody that doesn't know,
it looks really freaky.
It's the documentary that won Best Picture last year. Alex Honnold, I think is how you say his name. Alex Honnold attempts to become the first person to ever free solo climb El Capitan, which is free solo meaning
which is the El Capitan theater where they premiere all the Avengers movies.
Yes.
Sorry.
Free solo meaning that he has no ropes, no safety net, just his
no
climbing shoes.
Gear. Yeah,
he has his climbing shoes and his chalk bag.
He wears shoes.
That is it.
Yeah,
crazy story. What was interesting about it from like our perspective is they highlight the production side of things as well, because he's literally climbing. So the documentary, the filmmaker is like, we had to find people that were expert climbers that were also cameramen. So from the production side of things, there's only so many people that you could get to do this.
Like 5 people in the world.
Right. And they were his friends because they were climbers.
Yeah, right.
So like he's talking about it, and they're talking about the different pitches that he has to go through. And he was like, you know what? I
saw Mission Impossible 2, Ben. Okay.
Yeah, right.
I don't need that.
He was like, I don't want to die in front of my friends. Like he's so like one problem, the solution was, he was like, you can't have any cameramen there because I don't want to do that to one of my friends. He's like, I'm okay with dying. I'm not okay with the guilt of knowing that you saw me die, right? So they had to set up remote cameras to catch those moments. And just like them talking through all of this stuff is crazy. So yes, 100%. Hulu just dropped to $6.
Yeah,
100% get it and watch Free Solo.
Yeah, and if you have a Spotify premium account, it's just the normal Spotify account that does no commercials. You get Hulu free now. It was for a while they were bundling it, and it was kind of tempting because it was only like $2 or $3 more.
I think it's $10 total.
Yes, but now it's just $10, which is what I've been paying for Spotify. So now we have Hulu.
Definitely check out Free Solo. The only thing I would say about it, the one thing from a production side that I thought was, I wish if they had done differently, is there are some shots that nail it, but some shots like don't really capture the scale of the mountain that he's climbing. Right, it's 3,000 feet. Right, so it's like they show like that it's like twice the size of like the Empire State Building and stuff like that. Like it's crazy, but while he's actually climbing it, he could have been 10 feet off the ground.
Right.
So just like while he's climbing it, they don't give you that sense of scale, which was a little disappointing, because even in the earlier parts of the climb, he's on like a 400-foot climb, and he hits his first like problem, and 400 feet is so tall.
Oh man.
but you have no sense of scale. So
Yeah,
that was the only thing I would say about it. But it's actually going to be a rewatch for me. It's that good.
that's cool.
And it's really about like the psychology behind him, behind the filmmakers, behind his girlfriend and his mom. Like it's all about like the mental anxiety about this climb. But he's actually, a lot of people will like immediately jump to, oh well, he must be crazy and out of his mind. But he's actually, I would not qualify him as crazy. Like he's got to be wired a little differently, but really he's just such a good climber that he's willing to try. And he did this route like 40 to 50 times with ropes, right? So it's not like he's just like going up to some random mountain.
Yeah,
and like, I'm gonna
it's
climb
like
to
he's
the top.
practiced this exact route, like route up the mountain and down.
And
That's crazy.
went to the problems where he knew like the most dangerous problems. The one is called the
and
boulder
like
problem.
did them over and over.
Over and over, and like just spent
Yeah.
like a day just doing those problems. So he like he's preparing for
I
these.
do that with Fortnite pretty
Right.
frequently. It's like I've got to
Exactly.
drop
It's-
tilted because I got to get used to it. I got to get
It's
in. Gotta
Pretty
get in
much
action.
the same thing.
It's basically the same thing. I put my 10,000 hours in. So does he. Maybe not 10,000 hours. But,
He was willing to live out of a van for a decade.
well, I mean, I have a wife. I have a wife and children.
Old ball and chain.
I can't.
I'm just kidding, Brittany. If you're listening, she doesn't. Listen.
Well, I have the in-ears in, so she can't hear. She's like making a face at me. All right.
But yeah, was there anything else you want to talk about?
No. I was gonna bring up that everybody, if you haven't gotten your Avengers Endgame tickets, you're never gonna get them ever. I'm just
I
kidding.
haven't yet, but I'm still planning on.
I know
hopefully
you.
seeing it
I know
opening
you
weekend.
have it. I know. It's.
I'm banking on the 10 a.m. showing to not be sold out yet.
Well, honestly, probably. Wait, on like a Saturday. Is that what you?
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna go to the Sunday morning showing right before
Right.
church. It's
My
3
church
hours
is in
long.
the theater.
Oh,
So,
okay.
I just figured
Man,
back to back.
just go to church and just stay right through. Just stay
Yeah.
right through. It'll be a marathon. No, there's theaters doing these like 50-something hour marathons.
So you're doing
What?
it?
No.
It's crazy.
No.
They always do it.
I'm gonna
And it's
have
like-
to. I'm gonna have to like dehydrate myself a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
There was
'Cause-
The Verge when Avengers came out last year, whichever Infinity War came out last year.
Yeah.
They did like a guide to doing the marathon, like
Oh
what
yeah.
what
Right.
movies to sleep through, what movies to get food from, and
Yes.
stuff like that.
What movies to nap through?
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah.
Oh, that's crazy sauce right there.
Well, we are excited for our 100th episode. That'll be coming next week. Until then, you can connect with us on Facebook, facebook.com/incrediblecritics, at 3criticspod on Twitter. I think we have an Instagram account, but I don't know. Tuna manages that. So
Instacritics.
Instacritics. Sure. Nailed it. I think that's it. But yes, until next week with our 100th episode, we are the Incredible Critics. I want to go back and listen to our first few episodes and see how many episodes it took me to get the ending right.
In the beginning.
Well, no, but like with the timing of everything, because I remember
Yeah,
it was
right.
a solid like 30 episodes.
Yeah, you're like, and we
And
what?
what happened?
What's happening?